Welcome back to Lily's Crafty Corner. Today is a little bit of a haul. I went to AC Moore and I also stopped at Salvation Army, and I just wanted to share some of my finds today. AC Moore is getting rid of a lot of their spring things, and now or summer, and they're starting to put out all their lovely fall things. And I saw a lot of things for Halloween, though they're not quite set up yet. So I'd like to share with you these flowers I bought today. Now, they were all different prices, but they all kind of came out to the same thing by the time they finished playing with their discounts. These are a sort of a mock pussy willow. They were originally $2, and now they were 69 cents today. And I bought one of those, and I bought this one that has a mixture of purple or lavender in it, which is awesome. And the main reason that I'm so happy to have these is because I'm still working on a lot of these things. Again, can be used year round, so it doesn't matter. And the same thing with the these ones that are kind of a almost a mauve, lovely pink. The next thing was that I had found these flowers, and they were all $1 a piece, but then again they were down to I think it was almost 50 cents a piece. And what's nice is they're kind of small flowers. I don't know if you can see them, but what I like about them is I can cut them up and put them on my cards and my all of the little mini albums and things like that I make. But I love all the colors that I was able to find. Blues, pinks, again a mauve color, some lavender, there's some sort of a pinky red, more red than pink, and the same thing with this lovely corally, not quite peach, but more of a coral color. And the thing is, I was looking for something with this yellow and green to finish off a swap that I'm doing. It's a group swap. It's over on Crafty Manipulators, and I need these to finish off my swap. And this is kind of ended up spending all this money today, but it really wasn't all that bad. And then there were some white ones, some more purple than lavender, and this one I think fell off one of the lavender pieces. But again, it's not an issue because you know that I'm going to be taking them apart anyway. I will be cannibalizing them. And then here's the one that's sort of a variegated. It has a pink and sort of a creamy color to it. So I'm really pleased about that. The other thing was, it was funny, the other day I was looking for this size bag, which they're about an 8 by 10, and they're, I guess, 4 3/8 inches wide. They're 8.5 across, 10.5 high, 8.5 across, 10.5 high, and they're 4 3/8, I guess, wide. Anyway, the point is they're 13 for $5. Now these were in the craft, and I was really pleased because it was funny. Over the weekend I needed a bag this size and I didn't have any, so I had to improvise in what I was doing. I bought another package. I bought actually 3 packages. This one I thought was great. It has a gray and white tone to some of them, and then the others on the other side are more black and white, and they have a little bit of a different, there's 3 different patterns in here. And I thought, oh, these are just awesome. It's called a value pack. There's 13 bags to the package. And then there's one other that I bought that was kind of dusty colored, sort of almost a vintagey look. This one has the flowers with the polka dots, and this side has some that are kind of dusty colored in the mauves and slight purples. And then in the middle, I think, was there different ones? Let me check. I think there is, but I have to double check. Yes, there's these that are more the same thing as far as the dustiness goes. Let me just take one out better. But it has flowers on it with the green color, which are kind of, more or less a lot of the colors that people are using today. So I thought that was really cool. The next thing was that they always have these particular ribbons I think they go up to half an inch or maybe 3/4 of an inch wide. But they're 50 cents a roll. And it was funny because I said I couldn't believe the things that I needed today when I was going through and had already had planned on purchasing. And on here I have, this one's 1/8 of an inch by 10 yards. And they're 50 cents. And this one is in black. This one is a yellow. And it was funny, I wanted the yellow and the green. Again, for finishing off this group swap that I need to get out. And I really don't have to get it out until I think something like the 12th of August. However, I'm like 3/4 of the way done, and these were a couple of the things that I needed. So I'm really pleased about that. Then there's this another kind of orangey peachy color, and I figured that they would be good, the black and the orange, because Halloween is in the fall. I like those colors for fall anyway. And then there's also this taupey color, and then a cream color, and then I purchased what is it, white, and then this one has a more lighter pink. I have a lot of these, but they're a much darker pink. They're a deep turquoise, so that I thought that these would be, usable. And again, the thing is, these are 10 yards on each one, and I bought, I think, okay, so I bought $8 worth. And so there's 10 yards and there's no, I bought $4 worth, excuse me, because they're 50 cents a roll. So 2 for $1. And I bought 80 yards of this ribbon, different colors, for $4. So, and the thing is, I'm stuttering here because I'm actually thinking of half a dozen things at one time. But again, basically, they have these all the time, and so you can always get ribbon that you need. I think it's up to a half an inch, and they have some really other pretty ones, which I have a lot of those, but these were the ones that I was sort of running short on. Then they had, we're having thunderstorms after all that heat, I guess. Anyway, they were having their papers three for $10. So I managed to pick up three packages. I always, when they have them, I always like to get, it's at AC Moore, they use the Nicole brand, and their black paper, they call it licorice. And what I like about this, it happens to be a 12 by 12, and when I make things, especially these, a lot of the mini albums or different envelopes, different things, I prefer, rather than the white, I rather have a color. I don't know why, but the white just to me always looks, I want to say cheesy. But when you use the other colors, and even if you decide to matte things, I just think they look so much better on a black or a cream color. And then they had, which was apropos for today, they had a bunch of papers called Thunderstorm. And I don't know if you can kind of make it out here, but they do have a black, a gray, a white, and then there's sort of another, the last two, or the first two, seem to be more like a clay, and I just love these colors. I don't know if you can kind of pick up on it from the side without the glare, but they're really nice, and this is a nice taupey color. That, and again, don't know if you can really tell, but it's a nice taupey color. I'm getting a shadow. Terrible lighting. And then this one I picked up because, Halloween is coming, and pumpkin time as far as Thanksgiving and the fall in general. And they also have that olivey green, the right brown, the right color yellow, and there's two kind of taupey colors. And I like them in the 8.5 by 11 because when I want to print something, I do a lot of things that I print off, as far as like Genevieve Designs, her download, her templates, her downloads, or her printable templates and so forth. And there are a lot of people out there that have the printable digital papers, And sometimes, you know, you want to print them on white, but also it's just nice to have these brown and these kind of taupey colors to put some of the things on. It just gives it another dimension. The other place I stopped today was at the Salvation Army. And I picked up a couple of things there, and they were kind of odd picks. But maybe I'm a little odd. Anyway, this was before my husband drilled a hole in it, because as soon as I brought it home, I asked him to drill a hole. I don't know if I mentioned to you, but I've been putting in trying to make some lawn art. And basically what you do is you take a threaded rod, and a metal threaded rod, and maybe about 1/8 of an inch or so, and you put it through these things, you know, through the glass, and you can like put this on like I've been using old dinner plates. I have a lot of things that I bought at auction years ago that were clear glass or colored glass, and some of them, the reason I bought them in bulk was because the ones for the price that I was paying, the pieces that were perfect, oh my, the pieces that were perfect were worth more than what, you know, I paid for the whole thing. So I said one of these days I would do something with the pieces that might be slightly chipped or whatever, not, you know, not perfect. So anyway, what you do is you take your plate and you kind of put this on it, or you put this under the plate, and then you can put on a coffee cup, a teacup, a dessert dish, whatever, and you can just kind of put them out, and then maybe something in the middle as far as, I don't know if you want to put in birdseed, if you want to put in a small figure like from the little fairy houses and things, and you put them in the ground, and you can put them in your garden, and they really do come out quite attractive. It's just depending on the colors and how you decide to put them together. Well, right now, I'm just collecting a lot of things. So, and you do need, and you like to have some of the stuff, the clear stuff like this, faceted, so that when the light catches it. So that was the piece I got for $1 today that I liked. And as you see, these little girls' shoes, you're going to say, what is she going to do with those? Well, I'm certainly not going to put used shoes on a baby. However, these must have, they say baby bagash, so they must have come from Oshkosh there. I know I used to get my girls the little coveralls and so forth. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I will be lining the inside, altering it, putting flowers, and I may leave some of the silver come through. I may not. I'll be adding fabric and so forth. And they just make nice little things to put in a little girl's room, and you kind of, I have one that's sort of already done. I want to give to one of my cousins' grandchildren. I just haven't been able to. I should have taken it with me Saturday and forgot it. So hopefully I'll see her before too long. But anyway, I just think that this is, it's fun to do, and it's another little craft. So that is one of my favorites. I've been really doing a lot with that. In fact, I think I have one that I did on a collaboration with the high-heeled shoe. The other thing I found, this is more or less a brand new lunchbox. There's no thermos with it. It is an Aladdin. I paid $2.99 at the Salvation. Yeah, in fact, here it is, Aladdin's Heritage Plaid Lunch Kit. Well, there's no, and it says what, 3 leak-proof quick lock containers. Well, there was no containers in it, which honestly doesn't bother me, because what I've been doing is I like to put sometimes different things that I'm ephemera, or if I'm working with making flowers or whatever. You know, sometimes you just need something to put them in, or when you're kind of gathering things to come, especially if you're like me, your craft room has turned into a great old closet, and there's stuff all over the place. I mean, I can hardly walk in there. Anyway, I thought, well, you know, I'd like to have something that I can take out to where I do work in the dining room, and have, you know, put my things in and then take them back and put them away. Or if I'm going to come back to it, you know, within a relatively short period of time, I do that. When I get a chance one of these days, I may move my phone here, or my, the phone, and show you that the little trolley or cart that I have. that I keep full of the things, and I kind of bring it out and then I put everything back in it and put it back in the room. Because again, I do have, unfortunately, it takes me probably a half an hour to get all my things together the way my stuff is set up, and then another half an hour when I'm finished to put everything away. So I feel like I waste a good hour of my craft time just doing that. So hopefully, I don't think I'm going to get it done before I go to Watkins Glen, but I hope when I get back from the races that I will be able to start working on getting my craft room and rearranging furniture and so forth so that I can actually work in that craft room and won't be spending so much time. But I want to thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed my haul. It was kind of unexpected today. I went to pick up, honestly, just the ribbon, and then I found all the other things that I felt that I could use and would be foolish not to purchase at this time. So I hope everybody stays on the East Coast today, stays dry and cool. Anyway, I hope you like. Please subscribe, and always a thumbs up is a big help. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.